Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Atlanta. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. From nearby Norcross, Georgia, Talvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gain of 6.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Leaves this one with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Breeze again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees on target to Emmanuel Sanders. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Being chased out left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
10 at the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Saints 7, Falcons nothing.
On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 40 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Lining up for the
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ground, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They can call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
at the Falcons' 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Breeze. His throw incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Play action, Ryan. That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The linebacker, Julio Davis got a hand in to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
20, get up!
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ryan will throw again. And he's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Saints 14, Falcons 13. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It completes this to Russell Gage. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
4 yards.
They go play action with Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone.
They don't have to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And will they make up for it? And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
41-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Ryan. Flush to his right. He'll try and Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
And the Saints, first down.
To throw, it's Breeze. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You know every play where it's frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
32-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. 11 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down and 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get them. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Camara's got the first down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On the counter, here's Camara. A gain of 3, second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 25 on second down, Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Saints.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
It's a pickup of 3.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and 7, Breeze. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Oh, able to avoid him. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. From the gun, Ryan. His throw is going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So he just tossed it away, but that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Ryan. That one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it was causing a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on third down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Ryan.
42-yard line.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley down to the 25.
Gurley on the
Craig Robertson in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here that's close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I hope you're shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even if they didn't finish it off,